Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Polly's Pretties. I'm Polly, obviously. I'm here tonight with a lot of things. And the reason I say that's because I haven't been on here for a few days, but I want to show you at least part of what I've been up to. The other part I can't because it's out there drying. Because I actually have worked some in the main room of the house. So, where to begin? Uh, Okay, so let's go with the fact that I made a Michael's order, and I didn't make it technically for me. I made it for our Christmas tree this year. I know that sounds weird, right? But we're doing a Harry Potter Christmas tree for my daughter. And I've been making all the ornaments. So we got me this Harry Potter bead kit. I'm trying to be careful because the beads are open. And it's a Perler bead kit. So you melt them together. Okay, and it gives you patterns, and you got to follow the patterns, and yada, yada, yada. So I let my daughter pick who I made first. And we have Buckbeak. If you know Harry Potter, he is a Buckbeak's a griffin, right? Hippogriff. Okay, he's a hippogriff. Okay, so that's Buckbeak. Then we have Dobby, the house elf, who originally served the Malfoy family. Then we have Luna Lovegood, because I think that she's fabulous. She's one of my favorite characters, as far as the students go. Then we, of course, have Mr. Harry Potter. And when you melt them together, the one whole side melts like that. So, then we have Ronald Weasley. Then we have my least favorite student, Hermione Granger. I really can't stand the actress that plays her. Character might be fine, the actress is not. Then we also have Draco Malfoy. We have Draco's father, Lucius Malfoy. And we have He Who Shall Not Be Named, Voldemort. But did I finish there? No. Then we have Professor Albus Dumbledore. And yeah, he's a hefty sized guy. He is here. But that's not the biggest one. Now I'm getting ready to show you the biggest one, and my absolute favorite, played by Mr. Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid. And I love Hagrid. So I made all those, and yes, I made all the little ones one night, and then made the two big ones the next day. Okay, so like I was saying, this was a Michael's haul. But instead of just getting this and being, okay, I'm done, that's it, blah, 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 blah. No. My daughter said Harry Potter tree. I took Harry Potter tree to heart. And that's not going to sit there, so let me see if I can sit it here for a minute. Okay, there we go. So, I not only got that, but while I was going, I figured, get this one right, because it makes different ones. Well, it does make some different ones. I think there's Professor McGonagall that's in here. You get Bellatrix Lestrange. You get Remus Lupin. So I'll be making more. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so that was part of that, Michael's. Let me get turned around, y'all, and I'll try to get the other pieces that. Ooh, stay there. Would you please? Would you please? Because I gotta be careful too. My little guy is in here under my desk. Brownie, I need my foot, baby. Mama's only so tall, baby. Okay. I'm just going to pull these out quick. I got these from Michael's as well. Loops and Threads fabric, and this is a fat quarter, and these are the same, but they are little woodland ones. I thought they were so cute, couldn't resist them, and they were on sale. And then also, stop falling over. Okay. Also, I got these two, which were also on sale for $1.47. And these are a seasonal fat quarter, and these are for Halloween. Yes, yes. So, got those. That's not everything from Michael's because I'm still waiting that is not everything from Michaels. I'm still waiting on a Perler bead flip book that has patterns for Harry Potter. Now I don't know what all it has in it because I said don't have it yet. So I'm still waiting on that, but that is that. And then woohoo, today, since I have been working on Perler beads, my husband found this one. I can't tell. I think it's a different one. I think so. Anyway, my husband found this one at Walmart, and they deliver. So maybe it's not. Maybe I have this one. Anyway, I don't care. It's one that he just got me today, and it's got puppies and kittens, and fish and turtles, and I think that's it. There's a cat, a fish, turtle, dog. Yeah. So I'll be working on some of those. Probably not until I get Harry Potter done. Um, and then also for Michael's, I probably should have brought these up first because this is all out of whack. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing it as I think about it. Ugh, can I get this out of here? Come on, come on, Grandma, come on. So, a sweet friend of mine had said something about possibly a fall collab. Well, I know me, and I know that usually I go through my fall stuff like Mad Hatter. So, also on sale at Michael's were these. And this is Craftsmith. This is Vine and Velvet. There's 48 sheets. And here's what the front looks like. And if I can get these paper plastic, these things here, off, I will actually open it and try to flip through and show you what it looks like. I thought it was beautiful for fall. And like I said, I usually end up blowing through my fall and Halloween stuff fast. And then Christmas stuff I usually end up running out of during the season because I never seem to have enough. Then again, I like Christmas. Okay, so 48 sheets. And these are 12 by 12, obviously. Let me see if I can get it open here. This one says give thanks. I thought that was really pretty. I love the coloring and the gold on there. And you get, I believe it's 2 sheets of each. Yes. And then here's just some beautiful, like, different pumpkins and gourds. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this yet. But I knew if I was going to do a fall collab of any kind, I better get my button gear. So, then there's this beautiful, like, red color. My camera's really not doing that color justice. It's like a fall red. Then there is this, and this is just beautiful. I have no idea what I'm doing with it yet, but something. I may end up wall hanging, who knows. And then there's this one that has the gold foil, and it's green, and it's gorgeous, and yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay. And then there's this one, and oh yeah, it's pretty. It's your green and your yellow, and it's that whole fall kind of up. Now this one, oh yeah, you could get hard pressed to get me to use that because I like it. So then here's a cut apart. I'm thinking that's some kind of flower. And this one I think is a gourd, and it says I love fall most of all and give thanks. And then there's this beautiful one here. I just love that. I think that's stunning. And then here's another of the gourd ones like that. And then we have the cut apart strips, which I think they're all beautiful. And then we have this one, which I love as well. I like this paper pad. I really, really do. Obviously, I wouldn't have bought it. Then there's this one with the flowers. I think that looks beautiful. And then there's this one that looks like a sweater or a warm blanket, which I'm all about that when it starts getting cold. Oh, and then there's this pretty one. Yes, love that. And then there's this teal that kind of looks like burlap. It's kind of like a tealy green. Kind of pretty. I like it. And then here's another one of those that looks like you could put a picture in the middle there. I can't speak today. English isn't my strong suit. That's all right. Then here's a red stripe. I think that's gorgeous. I mean, I love the colors in this, I do. And then we have our yellow flower on a green background again. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's some more cut-aparts. And I've got a bunch of ideas, but I just don't know where to go. So I'm going to have to think. And then here's the white with the green. I think that's beautiful. And then this one says, I love fall most of all. And it's the flower. And then here's falling leaves with some trees in the background, and they kind of like blurred it a bit. And I don't mind those now and then. Now I wouldn't want a whole book of them, but now and then's okay. And then here's a green background with the gourds, and I think that's also pretty. And that one is that. So that's the first one. Let me put it away here. Not really away, but down here where I can get to it. Hopefully, if on my... Yes, of course, yes, we all want to follow. Yes, yes, I know that. And you all want to be in this picture, but you're not. So stop it. That was my paper shred falling. Decided it was just had to be there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to get the plastic off this one. And by the way, the arm is much better except for today. Today it's raining, nasty, ugly, awful outside here. And so it's making everything hurt. So, and I am avoiding taking pain pills like the plague. Because when my arm first started carrying on, it was pain pills and yada yada. Well, I'm sore for pain pills. This one's called Grateful Gatherings. It's by Craftsmith, 48 sheets, 2 of each. Here's your front cover. It was also on sale. I believe they were $4.99. Usually they're $4.99 or I don't buy them. Here's this beautiful page. Love that. I do. I love that. And then we have this gorgeous, like, orange and red mix, which I think is gorgeous. I do. I love it. I don't know. Orange and red I think is pretty together. Then we have this white background, and this is itty-bitty little pine cones. And that's just a yes for me. I like pine cones. Then here's a cut-apart sheet. Oh, there we go. Cut-apart sheet. Then we have this one, which I think is pretty as well. I really like how that looks. And we have more of the yellow on green. I keep forgetting I gotta go this way with my camera facing that way. Then we have like a cream-colored background with white lace on top is what this kind of looks like to me. Oh, there we go. Boy. Then, oh, this one. Oh, I love this one. All right. I think that's beautiful. And then here's this really beautiful, like, olive green. And then we have a brownish background with little white pumpkins. Not really white, they're kind of cream colored. Then again, we have more of a flowered background. This one is beautiful. I love it. Then we have this one, which I also think is beautiful. I like fall papers, but then again, I also like winter papers if they're done right. Here's one with our fabulous turkey, Mr. Turkey. Good eating on Thanksgiving, unless you're vegetarian. More flowers. This one has a lot of the words in the gold, and it goes across like a red and a green background. Very pretty. Here's a darker background with the leaves. Here's a white background with a red leaf, or a cream background with a red leaf, technically. It's not white. I gotta get out of the white. This one's kind of like an orange-brown. It's really pretty, though. In person it is. This one I love. Love, love, love. Then there's this like deep, like burgundy almost color. It's red and like black almost mixed in. Then here's another one of the beautiful pumpkin ones within the little triangles. Diamonds, not triangles. Please probably learn your shape. And then this looks like a pear to me. Okay. It looks like a little pear and it's on like a creamy kind of colored paper. And then you have two sheets of beautiful cutouts. Look at these. These are stunning cutouts. Ugh, my arm's getting really sore. And that's the end of that one. All right, we got one more. Woohoo! And then it'll be easier stuff. Easier to lift. Let me get this one. Just pull it off here, hopefully. So it doesn't tear the... I hate when it tears like the paper pad. When you're taking these tape things or whatever they call them off. Okay, this one is called Warm Tapestry by Craftsmith. 48 sheets, which means 2 of each. And it was also on sale. There you go. Like I said, if it ain't on sale, I don't usually buy it. Unless it's just something, that particularly grabs my attention. This page, oh la 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 la. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at this. Oh, so beautiful. Like I said, I haven't decided what I'm doing yet for the fall thing, or even what we're doing yet, if there's going to be us. Here's a beautiful one, too. I like how it's, like, spackled. But it'll be something. And now I have paper to do it with. Here's one that looks like, I think they call it a cable sweater. To me, that's what it looks like. Or a little, like, wheat. That's what I was trying to think of, wheat. Here's, like, a green teal. Real pretty. In person, it's gorgeous. On my camera, it looks doo-doo. Don't know why that is. Here is, I believe they call this houndstooth. A real pretty green houndstooth. And that is pretty. I like that. I might be hard-pressed to use that one. Ooh, I like that one, too. Well, anyway, this one's got, I believe that's supposed to be little mini trees on a green background. And that is beautiful. See, I love papers like this, where they have, like, a bit of the foil and stuff. Oh, I like that. Let's get cozy. Yes, sir. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Another, like, speckled one. Ooh, right there. That one you might be hard-pressed to get me to use. I really like it. There you are. I believe they call that one plaid. Here's another one of the sweater looking. It's on like a rusty red. Ooh, another one of the flowers with a really dark background. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, I like that houndstooth. Yeah. Okay. If that don't speak fall, boy. And then we have the trees again on like a red background. Real pretty. Okay. Not sure how that made it into fall. I wouldn't necessarily consider it fall, but all right. Pretty kind of tan, light brown maybe. Then a sheet of beautiful cut aparts. Oh, wait a minute here. Gotta go this way. Beautiful cut aparts. There we go. So you can actually see them. Another houndstooth. That's pretty. That's a light gray. Oh, I like that. Spells autumn on the bottom of the page. Really beautiful. I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, there we go. That's beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. All right. More of the flower, but on a, like, creamish background. Ooh, hey, cool. There's one without the foil. like that. I really like that. Another set of the trees. And that's actually a greenish background. I don't know why it looks brown on my camera. And here's a sheet of the border cutter parts. Here is a brown speckle. Oops, sorry, turned it the wrong way. Here's like a blue, kind of like that tan one I said I didn't know how it made it into fall, but this one's kind of pretty. I mean, this one's pretty. It's just a little light colored for what I think of fall usually. And that's the end of that one. Oh, and I'm glad. That kind of wore the arm out. Yeah, I'm still dealing with a little bit with it. But at least I can do stuff. So that was that, and then a few bits came from Temu while I was down and not out. And I'll show you what they are. They're a whole lot easier to hold up. So I got 2 packs of these, and they come, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 10 in a bag. And they are glass. And they are, I believe, check glass, actually. And they do have the holes in them. They are beads. But let me see if I can get that close where you can see how beautiful that is. And these are all different colors. So there's like a reddish one, not red, that's orange, I guess. There's like an orange, there's some purples, there's a blue, a green, a clear, which is what this one is, a gray. I mean, they're really pretty. And like I said, I got 2 bags of those from Temu, and none of them came broken. Alright, so we have those. I'll be working with those hopefully here in a bit, maybe. Then these come 5 to a bag. And I got 3 bags because I was like, And these are also glass. And let me get this guy out. Now, each one looks a little different, so don't think they all look like this, because they are spun. So, they're hearts. I thought they were beautiful. But that's the green. Like I said, I got 3 bags, because they only come 5 to a bag. And I was like, I don't want to run out of that anytime real soon. I got some Christmas jewelry I got to get on, so. And that's a good color. Then I got 3 bags of this one as well. And I will show you what this is here real quick when I get it open. This is also glass. I've been really, really hunting glass beads lately. So here's the red. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And they do have a little bit of weight to them. I mean, they're not super, super heavy, but they're not light. And like I said, I was thinking Christmas, obviously red and green. So that is that. That's everything that's come in. That's where I've been. I've been trying to still be nice to this arm. Like I said, today it's a little rougher because with the rain being like it is and stuff and the weather, the arm is like, no thank you. So basically, other than resting and taking it easy and not trying to take painfuls, I have painted 3 Halloween sun catchers that are drying, which are out there, so I can't drag them in here right now. But as soon as they dry, I'll definitely show you those. And other than that, I've been hanging out, spending time with the family. Oh, I gotta show you my doggy pin my hubby got me today. So my daughter had got me one. It was like cream and brown. This is the one my hubby got me. He's black and white, looks like Snoopy. Noopy. So now I have both of the ones they have. So, and that's cool because I like little pins like that and little gadgets. I don't know. I just like them. So, anyway, that's where I'm at with Harry Potter ornaments at the moment. I mean, I have, like I said, this one, the box here, I made all the ones in here, other than the house crests, which I'm not too concerned about the house crest right now, because I have ones that I made that are laminated down here. So, as far as characters, I made all the characters in here, and then I'm going to try to open up the bucket, sort those ones out. I've got to find a container. Yeah, speaking of which, I really have to find a container. But anyway, I got to sort the beads out, and then I can go ahead and start working on some of the characters from that one. And unfortunately, with these, I did a boo-boo, which I don't know if y'all noticed. I'll try to show you on Hagrid. When I was melting them, I should have put the string in and then melted so the string melts in, because trying to run any needle through these guys once they're melted is nightmare fuel. It took me so long to get my pokey tool through there so that I could run thread through there. Not yarn like I wanted to, not twine like I wanted to, thread. Now I did double it to make it stronger, but let me tell you, double's all you're getting through there. So just a heads up, if you're going to try this, maybe put your stringy one in it before you do the ironing, because after is an absolute pain. So, oh, and of course I want to show you something else. This was just a gift from my daughter. She gave it to me. She's had it in her stash hidden, and it's a cute little bag. And I don't. Here's my conundrum with this. It's beautiful and I love it, but I don't think I want to put crafty stuff in it and just sit it in here. So I'm debating taking this and adding the little keychain that my dear friend Miss Dawn made me, and putting it on like one of these sides like this, and using this as my little go out bag when I'm just going someplace kind of quick. And that way I've got something nice and it's pretty, and you know, I don't have to carry a great big backpack with me, because I don't use a purse, I use a backpack purse. So that's what I'm thinking, because I think that's very beautiful. Um, I love stuff like that. I'm kind of weird that way. So, but anyway, that's what I have been doing. I haven't really been doing too much beading. I haven't really been doing too much crafting. I haven't done a whole lot because for a while this arm was swollen, and we think, and this is a bad thing, we think that 2 days after I did this to myself, that my husband also seems to have messed up his rotator cuff now on the other side. Uh, so, yeah. Luckily, this one seems to be doing much better. I mean, today it's, because the rain, the cold, the yuck. Um, so it's aching. It's not really effectively hurting, but it's aching. It's that dull ache, which makes it annoying. But the hubby's is actually still kind of causing him pain. So, been making him kind of hole up and rest this weekend. No strenuous activity. So, we will see how this goes. Mine, like I said, I mean, you can press on it, push on it, it's the swelling's gone. I can write with it. I can do stuff with it. I mean, I was painting with it because it's my dominant hand. You know, now am I going around lifting like, great big 20-pound boxes? No. Lifting is still kind of a little bit so-so. If it's something small, yeah, I can usually do it, but if it's something very big, no. It still puts a lot of pain shooting through that arm. So, it's not totally healed, and I know that. But of course, I didn't expect that either. It's only been like a little over, I think it's like a week and a day now. So, or no, week and a day. I think. Um, it's not all that long though. For something to totally try to heal up. And I think pretty much it's done an amazing job, because I was really not happy about having to be out of commission, because that is the arm that I use, and I can't do much with this one. Which sounds weird, because when I crochet, guess what? I'm a right-handed crocheter. I know, it's weird. Don't ask. I have no idea. That's just the way it is. I cannot hold a hook this way and do it. It's all wrong and backward to me. Of course, I learned from a right-handed person, my mother. So for me to try to do it right-handed works, and then left-handed just feels all kinds of wrong. Though I'm left-handed. Um, so yeah, and I wish I had a secretary for my brain. I really do, because I've got so many things running around up here. Ideas for jewelry, ideas for crafting, ideas for doing some of the stretch canvas pieces, perler bead stuff, just everything. And I still haven't even pulled my airbrush stuff out and played with it any. And I've got a couple projects I want to do with that before Christmas gets here, and I need 3 of me. Um, the world doesn't, but I do. So I have been like running full tilt trying to get stuff done. Um, I just have as much as I can. I mean, like I said, the arm had me down for a while, and that was not fun. That irritated me to a high level. Now, we found out today that my computer in the living room, I have to tell it goodbye. It has served me well. That computer's a Windows 8.1. Yeah, it was bought in 2009. We are at 2025. Um, so yeah. But today it let me know that this is the last giddy up and go. So I'm having to try to clean it off and get everything off of it that I want to save. And we're looking into trying to afford a newish one for out in the living room. I don't know how well that's going to work. We're going to see. I'm not totally thrilled. Um, it has to be a new one because it has to have a better, more upgraded Windows. Because that one I can't upgrade any further. Um, but it's just I don't want to have to put out the money it takes to get a computer. I don't. I'm a little. I mean, my cell phone both broke when my son still lived at home, and he's been out in Washington State for almost 7 years, and I haven't got a new cell phone. So does that tell you anything? I mean, I'm one of those only if I have tos. I know that may sound crazy in this day and age, but I really am. I will use it until it can't be used anymore. Um, I don't know. I don't like having to put out tons of money for things like that. Please pardon me. It is not you all. It is me. I've had a very busy and productive day, as well as just the rain being rather annoying. I mean, we had plans to go out today, and then we got up, and Mother Nature was like, "No, I'm going to rain on your parade." So we didn't get to go out. That didn't thrill me. I was really, really, really wanting to go out. But sometimes you just gotta adjust your plans and go on. So that's what we did. And I was kind of hoping that my other Harry Potter book would show up today, but that wasn't the case. We didn't get any mail today, actually, which was weird. But okay. Um, as far as the arm goes, I think my arm is pretty good. I mean, I don't see a reason for me to be going and trucking to a doctor. I mean, I can use it. I can do pretty much almost everything I could before. Now I have to do it slower in some cases. Like if I go to like move it and like rotate it, I can get up here straight like this. But if I go to like go down here like this, as you notice, I'm not going at any, humongous rate of speed. I have to go slow. But I've got what I consider full range of motion pretty much. Just not fast. Um And like I said, I've cut down, like, I'm not hardly taking any. Today, I haven't taken any pain pills at all. And last night, I only took one 200 milligram Advil to go to bed. When I was taking 6 Advil a day, um, plus natural muscle relaxer, which is your magnesium, and that was at 500 milligrams. Um, And that was once a day, because And then, like I said, there was a lot of medication that had to be taken when the arm first flared up. And I've really cut it back because it's like, I don't want to be doing this. I'm not somebody who likes medicine. I really don't. So, yes, I know some is needed. Yes, I do know that. And each person deals with pain in their own way. But I mean, I live with fibromyalgia. I live with a bleeding disorder. I live with type 2 diabetes. I mean, it is pain. Whether people want to believe it or not, it is. And I get up every day and I don't take pain pills. Um, I don't. I have allergies. I don't take allergy medicine. I can't. It affects my other medicines. So for me, pain pills are just, I don't know. I mean, I take them if I absolutely have to. But other than that, no. I'll make it through. I'll be fine. And I don't even like taking cold medicine, guys. That's the legitness of it. I don't even like taking cold medicine when I have a cold. Um, I'm just not a medicine person. Give me a natural homeopathic way to fix whatever's wrong, and yeah, I'll probably do it. But a pill that comes from a pharmacy or a doctor, eh, probably not. And if it's a shot, let's not. I hate needles. I hate needles. Which sounds weird because I have to give myself a needle every night. But that is what it is. And I have to do one every 3 months. That's a really long needle. But hey, life goes on. Anyway, anywho, anyhow, that is what that is. What that is. So yeah. Oh, I did want to say something to a friend of mine. There's a lady friend of mine who does beading, and I won't mention your name, but she was asking how to keep the beads on, like your string or your wire or your rope or whatever you're using. And I learned this myself not too long ago. These are called hang on, bead stoppers. And they look like a little spring, and mine have little plastic ends on them. Some do, some don't. And you just push it open like that, and as you can see, it opens up. And then you put your little string or whatever in here in between one, and then whoop, and there you go. And you put that on the end that like you're laying here while you're beading the other end. And that way the beads aren't falling off. Because I had that happen to me too. I was going along just beading the bracelet all fine and dandy. I kept wondering, why is this one taking so many more beads than all the other ones I did? I looked down, I got a big old pile of beads over here. That's why. Because as I was beating one end, they were falling off the other. So, and I got these off of Amazon, and there's 50 in here. Or no, excuse me, 10, sorry. Boy, I was reading that wrong. There was 10 pieces in here. And it wasn't very much. So, for the record, that's how you keep it on there. So, now I have those to help. That way I don't have to play pickup. Or at least, hopefully, I don't have to. So, that is all of everything, I believe. Yes. Yes. Okay. Until either more stuff comes in, and some of the stuff I can't show because it does have to go away for ho time. So you'll get to see it in the after Christmas haul. Which I want to say something about that. Last year I did an after Christmas haul, right? And yes, we get spoiled for Christmas because we shop all year round. We try to catch sales. We try to catch, like if we get a gift card for our birthday, sometimes we'll use it and buy stuff and put it away for Christmas. So we don't just go in December and buy everything because that's ridiculous. I don't know how anybody does that. But we shop all year long. Like we literally start as soon as December is over and January hits of the following year, we start. Like literally. Christmas is just over and we start again. Because I want to make sure there's enough under my tree that people enjoy it. And yes, a good portion of it does end up homemade because I make it. Um, as you see, I make ornaments, I make jewelry, I make scrapbooks, I do junk journals, I do painting. Not great painting. I'm not an artist. Don't go there. Um, but I paint. Um, I do plastic canvas. I crochet. I'm teaching myself to knit again. There's just a lot. There's a lot. I am definitely your general run of the mill crafter. Um, and so I work all year long on stuff, as well as when I catch a sale and can get a good deal on something I know somebody's looking for. Yeah, I'll get it and stick it away. We have little Heidi bins in our bedroom, and I'll pack it in the Heidi bin, and hey, there you go. You know, so like say in January, I know somebody wants okay, let's just say I like Jurassic Park, and I find Jurassic Park bobbleheads, and they're like $5. Well, guess what? I'm gonna get them, and I'm gonna pack them away, and then come December, I will wrap them, and they'll be under our tree. Say I know somebody is looking for a journal. Okay, I find a nice journal. Guess what? Say it's like $7. All right, cool. On sale, I'll get it, pack it away. So that is how we work with Christmas. I literally shop all year round. I try to catch sales and everything and get what people are looking for. And then, of course, with the Christmas dinner, we are such a funny group, I'm telling you. I really already know what's going to be on my Christmas menu for dinner. I know what kind of desserts we're going to do. I mean, like, it's planned out, like, no joke. So yeah, I mean, it's not something that we, take lightly. And yeah, a lot of people say, okay, well, Christmas is for kids. Maybe, maybe. I think Christmas is for whoever it wants to be for. And I'm not saying that somebody can't say it's for kids, because hey, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. And that's cool. That's your choice. But for us around here, when my kids were little, yes, Christmas was super important, and my husband and I would maybe have one gift under the tree, while my children might have 30 gifts under the tree apiece. Because we would do without to make sure they had. That's just how we are. Now that my one child has moved to Washington State, my oldest, my boy, who I miss quite enormously. Um, and then, of course, now living at home, we have my daughter, who's the baby. And, of course, love having her here, and I do. Love spending time with her. Love getting all the greedy little hugs I get. I'm a hug monster. Um, and, so I still want to put things under my tree for my daughter. I put things under my tree for Brownie because he's a little boy. The king has to have his toys and his treats and his sweaters and his blankets and yeah, all the stuff. Um, but that's just how it is. Like, I mean, I'll make paper bookmarks and I'll like decorate them up and stuff, and I'll make sure I put tassels and everything on them and all this fun stuff, and I'll give those. I'll make beaded pins. Like I said, I make a lot of the stuff. I mean, I even make Christmas cards at times and send them to people because hey, if I've got all the stuff here and I can make it, instead of going and spending $7 somewhere to get 10 cards, I'm gonna make it. So that's another reason why all this stuff starts coming in because I make the stuff. So, but yeah, anyway, this came about because last year when I was showing them the haul that we got, I got, and I delete them because I don't believe in having negativity. But I got some pretty negative. comments about I was a greedy person and that I shouldn't be having all that much come in for me, uh, and that I have no young kids in the house, so there's really not a reason to celebrate, and yada yada yada. You get what I'm talking about. And it was just a lot of ugly. And now, like I said, I delete them because I'm like, nope. You're entitled to your belief, yes. You're entitled to think what you think, yes. Say what you say, yes. But that doesn't mean I gotta leave it on my channel. So, but I debated whether I was going to show any more holiday hauls or not because of those comments. And I was talking to another friend who does YouTube, and she said, don't worry about it. She goes, people are like that. She goes, anytime one person is doing good and another person is not, that other person who's not is going to come and they're going to be negative. And I guess that is true because I've seen it enough real life, not even just YouTube, but real life. But it's just, why can't you be happy for your fellow person? Honestly. And that's really, I guess, why it irks me so much, is because I'll go to somebody else's channel. They'll make a heck of a haul. Like, they'll do a Hobby Lobby haul, okay? Let me see. What is the lady's name? I think her name is Alyssa, and I think the channel is Crafting to Cope. And I went to her channel here a while back, and she had this massive, massive haul from Hobby Lobby. And I wasn't upset she had a massive haul. Hell, I watched it happily. Why? Because, cool. I'm glad she's got the chance to get out and get it. Awesome. You know, don't be mad about it. Yeah, you can say, hey, I don't have a store like that, or you can say, hey, I can't get out to that, but it's really cool you got it. And that's not being negative. That's saying, hey, I'm really glad you got the chance to get it. Okay, today I went and watched my friend Audrey, which I talk about Audrey a lot. Somebody's gonna think I'm stalking that poor lady. I'm not, honestly. Audrey's just a friend. But I went to Audrey from Odds and Ends channel and I watched her do a haul that she did. And it was, I want to say, I know there was Amazon, Target. Am I right? Amazon and Target? I think it was Amazon, Target, and then Goodwill. And I was watching her haul this stuff, and I was happy for her. I'm completely happy for her. Good job. You know, these are things that help her craft, help her do whatever she needs to do, and make her happy. So why be upset? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if she spends $500. I don't care if she spends 50. I don't care if she spends 5. It's her business. It's her life. And my job as a friend is to be happy that she found all the goodies she found. And I am. I'm tickled for it. Because some of that stuff, hey, right on. I mean, boy, if that was me, yeah. You know what? I'd be sitting there and I'd be spending that money too. So I'm not upset by it. But I mean, I never understood why people were. I mean, if you budget it into what you have, okay, and you're not hurting your family, and your bills are paid, and you got food on your table and stuff, who cares? Who cares? And that's really where it's at. Like, why can't everybody be like that? You know? Be happy for what your fellow man or woman or child gets. Um, be happy for what they have. Be happy they're not having to do without. I mean, we've been to a place before where I wasn't even able to buy a $4 coloring book, honestly. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Um, when my kids were little, I couldn't even afford to go to Walmart and buy a brand new t-shirt, guys, and that's not a joke. Not for me. Now, I would go and buy it for the kids, but not for me. I wore the same pair of tennis shoes until they had okay, so many holes in them, okay, that you could see my feet through the shoe. And was I worried about it? No, because I knew I was doing what I needed to for my family. So I didn't buy goodies like I'm getting now. Now, of course, yeah, maybe to some I look like I'm a bit spoiled because I have this big craft room, and it is big. It's a bedroom, okay, and it's what it looks is stuffed, okay. But you don't understand is I didn't get this in one day. I didn't get this in 1 week. I didn't even get this in 1 year. I mean, you're talking stuff that has literally over time been got and put in here, and quite a bit of time actually. Um, and so it's not like I'm somebody like I don't even know who's famous anymore that people would know. Uh, is Paris Hilton still famous enough that people know her? But I'm not like Paris Hilton where I can go out and buy whatever I want whenever I want. I mean, I still can't do that. We're doing better, but I still can't do that. But that's what I'm saying. Why can't we be happy for our fellow person when they do start doing better, instead of trying to bring them back down by telling them they're greedy because they're finally starting to buy stuff they want? I don't get that. If anybody has an answer to that, let me know. Please, let me know in the comments. Because I just find that to be awful to go to somebody's channel and say that. I don't like it. I mean, I just think it's ugly. Everybody works for their money. Everybody. So, anywho, this is me, and my ramble is now done because I'm going to shut my mouth. But I hope y'all enjoyed the things I shared with you. And let me tell you what, though, these Perler beads, I love doing them. I've done them before. I made a sugar skull like mask that's in a heart shape that my daughter I think has now hanging in her room, and I love doing them. They're not hard to do, but the bigger they are, I will tell you, the bigger they are, the more time consuming they are. Hagrid being the biggest one I did, this guy took me almost 2 hours. Okay. The little ones, like I said, lickety split, boom, they were done. I did like, what was it, 7, 8 in no time. Like no time whatsoever. But the bigger they are, the more time they take. Um, One day I'll have to see if my daughter still has that hanging up and if she can get it down easily, and I'll have her bring in the sugar skull one that I did. I don't even remember where the pattern for that was. It's been so long ago. That was way back. I mean, way back. That was in my early days of crafting. That was when perler beads first come out. So that'll tell you how long ago. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do all kinds of different ornaments for this Harry Potter tree so that it's not just the same old, same old. So, heaven help me. I'm hoping I'm going to get enough to cover it. I mean, I really am. I've got some wood rounds. I think they're going to be about that big. On order from Amazon. When they come in, I'll be painting them and putting Harry Potter symbols on them. And they're going to get turned into ornaments to hang on a tree. And then I've got, of course, the perler bead ones here, and I've got another bucket there of different ones that I want to try to get sorted and ready and done. I'm still working on Harry Potter. I haven't forgot about the Christmas swap to my dear partner, Dawn. As a matter of fact, it's on my mind greatly. And I have another question for all you out there who craft and do make jewelry and stuff. I was lucky enough, and I'm not going to be able to get it right now. I was lucky enough to get 2, I guess, spools of floral wire for like $1.50. And floral wire is pretty sturdy wire, especially the one that I got. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 18 or 26 gauge wire. Have you ever used it in jewelry making? Because wire is wire is wire. If you have, let me know. If you haven't, let me know. I'm about to try some crazy stuff, I'll tell you. I'm about to try some crazy stuff. Because I think you can use it, and I think it'll work the same way regular wire works. I think you can still do like wire wrapping in it. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Watch me. I'm gonna try it. Now I don't know if I can wire wrap right now. I'm pretty sore, but I got the want to try. So I may have to pull out a bead that I don't care nothing about in case it doesn't work, and then try to go for it because I think you can use it. I mean, it's still wire. So anyway, I done talked way longer than I wanted to talk. And oh my goodness, yes, I did. Anyway, y'all, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope that your day has been wonderful wherever you're at in the world and that you got to enjoy some of it. Unfortunately, we had rain. I hate rain. And I hope that you remember to smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. Plus, it's better than looking like an old sour grapes all the time. I hope that you hug someone today. It's good for them, it's good for you, it's medically proven. Even if it's your fur babies, just be gentle. And, of course, and I know this sounds like a broken record, guys, but please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy to the best of your ability. And if you can't fake it till you make it, and don't add negativity into this world any further. This world is so ugly as is, it needs medicine. Let me tell you. I want to give it a big, healthy dose of positivity, of help your neighbor. Anyway, and say a prayer for those who are close to the wildfires that are going on right now that are not controlled. Uh, I saw some news on that this morning, and that's kind of scary. It's over 6,000 acres of land, and it's not controlled. That's frightening. It's absolutely frightening. Like I said, please stay safe. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.